Canadian judge ordered an injunction against that so-called Freedom Convoy and all the activists protesting vaccination requirements in Canada's capital right now. Anyone who honks their horn in Ottawa can now be arrested. But the protest is gaining momentum. About 500 truckers say they're just not going to leave until all of Canada's COVID-19 mandates and restrictions are lifted. We get back to our ABC's Trevor Ault. He's joining us live now from Ottawa with the latest. So how are things compared to when we talked to you a little earlier today, Trevor? Is there more action, more build-up there?
I would say at this point, Kira, you could call it business as usual because they've been around here for so long now. We're talking about weeks here. We've moved away a little bit, so there is that injunction where they're not allowed to honk horns. They can be arrested, but it doesn't mean that it's quiet here just because it's quiet. So you might hear some music pop in. There's a person with a megaphone over here, and you can see these truck drivers are really not going anywhere at all. They have settled in, and while the crowds aren't quite as large as what they were maybe on the weekend, any kind of protest typically tends to be larger on the weekend, but there's still hundreds of trucks and hundreds of people here who insist they're not going to leave until every single COVID-19 restriction and mandate is lifted in Canada here, Kira.
So, Trevor, can you make a sense out of what type of, and I know it's hard to hear, I can even hear the bullhorn there, but with regard to all the trucks and the truckers, do you know where all of these folks are from? Can you even get an idea of where these folks are from? And also, too, we're hearing now that nearly 25% of the trucks in camp there have children living in those trucks.
Yeah, so I mean, what I can tell you from the ones that I've talked to, Kira, is they are from all over Canada. This is not simply just Ottawa here. This is a nationwide movement from people who all agree with this same cause, and they've all converged on here. Right before we were live, we were talking with people who came from 4,800 kilometers away, all the way on the other side of Canada as well here, too. And you bring up the point about the children who are staying into these trucks, according to police. It raises a number of things. Number one, it talks about the fact that these are families here too, not just simply truck drivers, maybe single people who are on the road all the time, full families who are here. And also, it complicates the process if police were to maybe decide enough is enough and they wanted to come here and tow all these people out. They say that because nearly 25% of those trucks have children living in them, that's about 100 semis that have children in there, that makes it even more difficult and perhaps even more risky if they were to take action. Of course, a lot of people who live here in Ottawa who don't support this protest are really unhappy. They think essentially once this protest began that they were allowed to just walk in here and park, and police kind of shrugged their shoulders and said, we wish they wouldn't do that. They're not supposed to, but they didn't do anything to stop it here. You can see the engine revving up here now. So this, while has already been now a couple weeks here, it doesn't look like there's any immediate end in sight, and certainly you can hear from all the people who are yelling here, they are very steadfast in their cause, Kira.
Yeah, and I don't think you're going to be going anywhere anytime soon. Trevor Ault there in Ottawa. We will stay in touch. Thank you, Trevor.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.